To the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
What if I told you that the Golden State Warriors might be just one piece away from returning to the top of the NBA? Before we dive into this detailed analysis, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update so you don't miss any updates about the team. The arrival of Jimmy Butler has already changed the dynamic of the Warriors, bringing more competitiveness and a championship mentality. But is that enough? Or is there still a crucial missing piece for this team to truly become a title contender? The answer might lie in one name, Clint Capela. Currently, the Warriors have a 28-27 record, sitting in 10th place in the Western Conference. Since the Butler trade, the team has won 3 of its last 4 games, showing signs of improvement. But there is a clear issue. The center rotation remains a big question mark. Rookie Quinton Post, selected 52nd overall in the 2025 draft, might have potential, but relying on him as the starting center for a team aiming for a title is a huge risk. This is where Clint Capela comes into the equation. At 30 years old, the Atlanta Hawks center remains one of the most consistent players in the league when it comes to rim protection and rebounding. Averaging 9.4 points, 9.0 rebounds, and 1.0 block per game, he would bring essential defensive balance to the Warriors. Beyond the stats, his playoff experience and ability to play alongside stars like Stephen Curry and Draymond Green could transform Golden State into a much more competitive team. Remember how Capela dominated in the 2020-21 season. With 15.2 points, 14.3 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks per game, he finished top 6 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. If the Warriors managed to acquire him, they would get a true rim protector, someone who could ease Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler's defensive workload, forming one of the league's most solid defenses. But it's not just the defense that would benefit. Offensively, Capela would be a perfect pick-and-roll partner for Curry, functioning as an efficient finisher in the paint, something the Warriors have lacked since Kevin Looney left the starting lineup. This would make the offense even more versatile, with options both on the perimeter and inside. And what about Draymond Green's promise? After Butler's arrival, Draymond Green made a bold statement on TNT. "We are going to win the championship." Is he exaggerating? Maybe. But the Warriors do look like a more dangerous team since the trade. With Butler, Curry, and Green stepping into key roles, the team has shown signs of revival. The big question is, does the current roster have enough depth for a deep playoff run? There are still question marks. The team lacks a true third scorer, which could be a problem when Curry is off the court. Buddy Hield could fill that role, but he needs to regain his shooting rhythm. Additionally, how will Jonathan Kuminga adapt alongside Butler when he returns from injury? Both players like to operate in similar areas of the paint, and that overlap could be a challenge. What do the Warriors need to truly compete for the title? Even with Butler, the Warriors are not yet considered title favorites. Betting odds give the team only a 3% chance of winning the NBA championship this season. The biggest gap in the roster is at the center position, and the solution could come through free agency or a trade. Moreover, Golden State needs more depth at point guard. Dennis Schroeder's departure in the Butler trade left Curry as the only pure point guard on the roster. So far, Draymond Green and Brandon Podziemski have taken on playmaking duties, but that's not an ideal solution. One name that could surface on the Warriors' radar is Dennis Smith Jr., the former Brooklyn Nets guard, who is now available after leaving Real Madrid. With 3 first-round picks available after the draft, the Warriors have the assets to pursue new pieces and solidify a roster that could genuinely compete for one more title in the Stephen Curry-Draymond Green era. The big question now is Clint Capela the missing piece? Will the Warriors invest to acquire a dominant center, or will they trust internal development? Drop a comment below and tell us what you would do if you were the Warriors GM. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and want more exclusive content like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here at Warriors News Fan Update, you'll always stay up to date with Golden State's latest news. If there's one thing we've learned from the Warriors over the years, it's that they never settle. From the dynasty built with Curry, Klay, and Draymond to the latest moves like the Jimmy Butler acquisition, it's clear that the franchise is always looking for ways to stay competitive. But will this approach be enough to secure another title? Looking ahead, the Warriors have 2 possible paths. Stick with the current roster and make minor adjustments. Take a bold step and pursue a major trade to form another super team around Curry. With 3 first-round picks available after the 2025 draft, the team has a real chance to make a splash in the next offseason. If the Warriors go with the first option, the priority should be to solidify the rotation and address 2 critical needs. Find a reliable starting center, whether that's Capela or another available big man. Identify a consistent third scoring option to complement Curry and Butler. On the other hand, if the Warriors truly want to compete at the highest level again, they could use their picks and assets to acquire a star player. Perhaps a young power forward who fits the current core. Players like Pascal Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, or even Karl Anthony Towns could elevate the team's ceiling. The final chapter of the dynasty, the question nobody wants to face, but one that is becoming increasingly relevant, is how much longer do the Warriors have with Stephen Curry at his peak? At 36 years old, Curry is still playing at an elite level, but time waits for no one. The front office must decide whether to give him one last real shot at a title or shift focus toward a gradual transition to the next generation, with players like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski taking on bigger roles. The 2025 season could be the turning point. If the Warriors reinforce the roster and compete for a championship, then the current project still has life. But if the season ends with an early playoff exit, it could be time for drastic changes. Either way, the future of the Warriors will be shaped by the decisions made in the coming months. Small Blue Diamond, is Capela the missing piece? Small Blue Diamond, is Butler the perfect partner for Curry? Small Blue Diamond, do the Warriors still have one last title run in them? Now, I want to hear from you. What would you do if you were GM Mike Dunleavy? Drop a comment below, and let's debate the future of the Warriors. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here at Warriors News Fan Update, you'll always be up to date with everything about our team.